Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar, and welcome to episode 200 of Deep Web Browsing. Jesus Christ, ladies and gentlemen, every 100 episodes we hit kind of that landmark. And the last time we did one of these 100 episode things, which was, well, the only other time, was one where we looked at pretty much the videos on the Deep Web and all that kind of good stuff. Primarily, we sort of revisited a lot of things. I want to kind of change it. You know, it is another Deep Web Browsing episode like always, but I kind of wanted to also browse some new things, but also wanted to look back at some of the things we've seen, you know, kind of throughout this 100 to 200 mark. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's sit back, relax, and kind of go to a little bit of new while revisiting a little bit of that old. So here we've got what appears to be a lovely website for everyone to kind of talk to, ladies and gentlemen. So this is like a place where anybody can talk and share their secrets or whatever. They have rules, so no CP, no Fenta, none of that. I don't even know what the fuck a Fenta is, but whatever it must be, it must not be pretty good. But ladies and gentlemen, you've got what appears to be a website for anybody to share a bunch of stuff with. And ladies and gentlemen, this is just one more example of the community that's available. So a lot of the questions that people ask is like, well, where do you find websites? Where do you find like videos, all that kind of stuff? One of the simplest place to kind of find it is these kind of stuff. So if you go to a lot of these message boards or chat rooms, which a lot of them will definitely have rules like nothing illegal or anything of the sort, then you can find people sharing onion links anywhere you go to. And that's kind of what it is. So you have people sharing random stuff. So one asks, is anyone here from Moscow? Moscow, actually. What the fuck is Fenta? An extremely deadly drug. All right, fentanyl? What are we talking about? Why are we talking about drug sharing on it? That's against Jesus. They got some PNG photos around here. Hacking, capture the flag. It seems somebody's sharing their fucking, what is it, iPhone screenshots. That's something. And you can go more and more and more. People are sharing. Is that more memes? Are we getting memes shared? What is that? Some dude working out. He's sharing his workout selfie. This dude is one swole bad boy. Let me tell you. So they're actually starting linking other chat rooms in. So this is like chat room Iran, where like two dudes were sitting over here like Po and Jodo 2 and Yo, and nobody's online. So some of these are obviously pretty fucking dead. But yeah, you get to find like a bunch of these, like a fuck ton of these ones just sitting around. They got other onion links for you to go to. Again, you got to be careful when you're kind of progressing through this kind of stuff because you never know what the fuck you're going to find. Even though it gives you rules, like there's some people that aren't going to fall for no kind of rules. Here you got like there's surprisingly more Iranian chats that are available. You got like a couple people that are online, it seems. And this is all like the same sort of, chat. This is sort of like the same sort of chat website. You can use the interface. They've got jobs that can happen. Again, I can't read these, so I don't understand what's going on, but they've got some illegal tabs on there. It's best not to really fuck with that shit. And then, yeah, that's really what it is. So if anybody wanted to find out, but yeah, one of the main ways that we actually ended up finding a lot of these sites, and this is like if I had to put a percentage of how I found websites, I'll put chat rooms at the very bottom, but they're a significant portion of it. So yeah, this is one example of like an active, well, relatively active chat room that's available. And I've shown you guys through this stuff multiple times through many variants of the series, like, you know, a bit of these chat rooms as we go further and further and further through it. And you know what? Yeah, that is kind of the way you can check it out. Sometimes you do find some pretty cool people over here. One of the best chat rooms I've personally ever found was like a conspiracy theory one where I think I sat for like 2 hours, having a couple drinks, reading about like really outlandish theories, but by the end of it, I actually started believing some of them. So, you know, it is a fun time. Again, you got to be careful when you're going around in this place. General uses, use a VPN, keep your Tor browser updated, and don't use weird resolutions when full screening, I guess, if that makes any sense. But ladies and gentlemen, yeah, that's one of them chat rooms. Let's back out of that and go somewhere else. It says super fast chat, but it moves anything but super fast. Let's get out of here. So one of the things that we came across a long time ago was QSemet. If you guys don't remember, Google of QSemet was one of these sites that I went to a long time ago. And towards, I would say, episode 100 to 120, we were basically viewing this dude's project, like a personal project, sort of as like how it went along. And I initially did that kind of to keep tabs on, you know, a special little website that I had in my mind, and also to show you guys what would have happened most likely by this episode, because a lot of deep web stuff is pretty fickle. So usually there are elements of, say, deep web browsing 40, which you're only ever going to see in that video and videos that were taken of the dark web around that time period, because websites on the deep web, dude, they come and they go. That's why, like, we kind of capture these through the week. We save the websites, you know, even if it's in like a PNG file or whatever, and call it a day. In fact, in episode 1 of the deep web series, we actually took a look at this human experimentation website that I wasn't even looking at the website of. I only ever saw those PNG files of it, and that was it. Nothing else more so than that. So the website wasn't even proven real by me. It was just sort of almost hearsay on the deep web. And I think I even mentioned that in the video over there at the time. But yeah, websites come and go. There are websites that'll show up for that week only, and that's it. Usually the really popular ones, you know, sort of stuff like link lists that have always really been there will stay. But usually, let's say for episode 140 to 160, I used one specific link list pretty heavily. It was gone immediately. It came back, but for 140 to 160, things sort of changed. The entire deep web is always evolving. If we go back to one of these sites, this is my Onion site, not mine, but somebody else had made it, and they actually referenced me in here, if I can be real quick. Let me just Control F my name. Yeah. Explored it with the help of Mudahart, Some Ordinary Gamers. At some time of being on the deep web, I noticed that what was being said about the deep web was far from the truth, which is absolutely what the case is. And they've done a pretty good job of sort of creating onion URLs of a lot of those deep web websites. Again, you know, anything that's on these websites is not representative of what I want to say, but they've got a bunch of how should I say, they've got basically almost everything they found cataloged. And the reality is, I would say that 50% of this shit isn't even available anymore. 50% of what you see over here is not going to be available, just literally due to the fact that they keep on coming and going. Onion links are fickle, dude. The way to host web pages on the deep web is so fickle at this moment in time that it's just there is no reason to really, like, if you see something in episode 60, it probably won't be there by episode, I would say, even as soon as 70, which is like 2 months later, because yeah, things just keep coming and going. And that's almost the beauty of the deep web series. You know, if you add up all the 200 episodes we have, you're going to see different shit as time goes on. So just let that be known in your head. Like that's kind of how things go. But you know, ladies and gentlemen, Google of QSubmit, going back to the beginning of what I was having a tangent of, is gone. Like, I tried going back to it. Episode 180 didn't exist. I tried 190, didn't exist. And episode 200, it does not exist. You can go to googleofqsubmit.onion, and I have not been able to get any response out of it. So, you know what? That being said, that's just a quick explanation of what happens to a lot of these websites as time goes on. But let's go and browse something else. Now, this is the first website we have, Mega Milk Cows. Now, the reason why we're covering this one is that, you know, throughout this series, there's always been the misconceptions that the deep web has been this really disgusting, dirty place where all you can do is really see illicit things. And just by accessing the dank web, you're privy to go to prison or something like that, which is so far from anything. I think out of the entirety of the series, like all 200 episodes, I would say 15% of websites that we have seen have necessarily been illicit in nature. And you got to remember, a lot of that shit is super fake. Like, it's all FBI honeypots, if anything. It's all just fake edgelord art projects created by a lot of people that just really kind of want to spook you. Dude, I've done 200 episodes of this stuff. If I was going to get assassinated, it would have fucking happened at some moment in time. But here we've got investing in Mega Milk. So it's literally about cows, dude. Invest in Mega Milk Cows. So you're trying to find a cow, but you don't know where to start. How do you know you have the right cow for your herd? We got an incredible guide regarding quality cows that will make you crazy for their Mega Milk. So we got a sneak peek. Below is a small preview of a quality Mega Milk producing cow living with us on our farm. The cow uses its milk to produce... that is not a good situation. Holy shit. What the... Okay, so yeah, I always wonder... well, first of all, this isn't illicit in any ways, but usually when it comes to the dank web, I'm always like, why is this site on the deep web? Well, apparently we're getting breastfed milk, boys and girls. The cow uses Mega Milk Experience to have some of the plumpest udders on her. Oh Jesus, cup size, triple D's. I can visually confirm it with my eyes that is a triple D. Triple D booby. So apparently those donuts, which by the way look fucking delicious, were all made with human milk. Look at that. You got some eclairs. You got. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say. We have what appears to be breast milk made donuts and sweets. I wish I was making that up, but you know what? It's a shining experience of why the deep web isn't exactly super evil. There's nothing evil about this. It seems these are all consenting women given their milk to produce, deliver, bake with, all that good. God, what? I am at a loss for words. Diet. The cow is grass-fed, giving it a smooth coat. She'd a great investment for all of our dairy needs. I don't think humans would be living long if you're feeding them grass, but I'm just saying. Udder mass. The cow has udders so large, its clothing can barely contain them from busting out. The cow wasn't a good find, but a great one. So our theory, we stand by our theory that Mega Milk cows are the thickest, fleshiest, and firmest of cows. The above example is one of our sweetest dairy cows we've ever encountered. Thick in all the right places. Thicker cows are definitely the way to go. The thicker, the better to get more meat and milk from your cow of choice. What the fuck are we talking about eating people too? Like, okay, now I'm starting to see some illicit natures. With the sweetest of dairy, okay. The thicker cattle also means mega milk for all your dairy needs. What is mega milk? You may ask. Mega milk is based on the sweetness of the cattle's milk, and mega milk is about as sweet as you can get. Who doesn't want to milk the udders of a thick, full beauty to get the sweetest dairy you'll ever taste? You'll soon be priding yourself on having quality cattle with the sweetest of tastes. These cows have curves. The condition of mega milk cows are generally thick, completely fleshy, and full with a firm and rounded appearance from all sides. Mega milk cows are some of the best udders in the nation, as well as being well formed and nicely suspended with teats that are perfect for any desired milking setup. All right, fuck me, dude. Most Mega Milk dairy cows come in all shapes and sizes, but they're easy to spot by the large udders. If you take a gander at your local Victoria's Secrets by the Double D and above section, you can easily find them roaming around. You should develop the confidence to meet and bond with your cow. Have a taste of the Mega Milk and make sure she don't get too wild on you before taking her home for milking. Once you found, okay, don't ever try that. Okay, don't fall for that shit. Don't go to a lingerie section. Go up to a random woman and be like, can I have a taste of your finest milk? Like that'll get you busted. All right, that'll get you busted for sure. Now they got content. Oh, special thanks to Emily with programming. All right, this is a 2019 site, by the way, so this is a fairly new ass shit. Oh, they got a Y section FAQ coming soon. Press, nothing here yet, really. I'd be surprised nobody wants to interview human breastfed cake websites. So here's some reviews. Cows must be utterly free. Your website and board got us thinking about shit. You know how we love cows and we love shit here in India. We are willing to trade craps, propane, and... Oh, damn, dude! Everyone's a savage! Alright, how is your... Oh, no. How many you got? Big tits are disgusting. Great site. Keep up the good work. Love chocolate, man. Great site. How does one buy a cow? Well, you don't buy a cow. That would be pretty fucking illegal if you could buy the cow. Milk has calcium, and calcium strengthens your bones. Thanks for remaining strong with us for all these years. Who says the deep web is just full of evil stuff? We just found donuts. Donuts never hurt anybody. No, donuts aren't evil. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go somewhere else. So one of the videos that we kept finding throughout 100 to 200 was stuff from Normal Porn for Normal People, which was a creepypasta website that was created for the exploration of this kind of stuff. So we've seen, I would say, almost every single one of them at this moment, save for like one or two. And I figured, hey, instead of basically coming across another one of them videos again, we might as well look at where it originated from. So this is the actual website, and it's called Normal form for normal people, a website dedicated to the eradication of abnormal sexuality. Your God can't help you within my walls, but rest assured you shall be on your knees. Well, Dr. Richard Van Buren, that is a pretty hot statement. Now, they've got update pages and all that good stuff. They've got a copyright date from 2004 to 2019, implying that the website is still alive. In fact, it has to be if they've been given an update. In fact, the last update was 2018. So let's go look through a bunch of stuff. Now, you can create an account. I have decided not to create an account, but first things first, if we go to videos, you can actually see that some of the videos we have are right here. So you've got stuff like shack.avi, where you can actually view those original videos. So 9.1 megabytes, you can download that. Janik.avi, which is the last one we've seen. So let's actually go through all the ones we've seen. I don't think we've seen linger.avi. That hasn't really happened. And yeah, 38.5 megabytes, so it must be substantially larger. Intimidation.avi, we have seen this one. Pause.avi, we have not seen this one. Impression.avi, we have seen this one. And clean.avi, we absolutely have seen this one. So we haven't seen almost every single one. We've missed basically one or two. But yeah, as you can see, we've seen a fair bit of everything we wanted to. In fact, at some moment in time, I could make a specific video and go over here, but I think this segment alone might just be enough to cover it. So if we go to the updates, you know, if we go to 2018, the project has been taken back to its roots thanks to a buyout, and we are very excited to move forward. Dr. Scott. Good, all is going, and according to plan, recently with the release of our new video, thanks to friends of the project, we can now direct our focus to the meaty ends of our minds. As such, and promised within our world, a soon-to-be-made animated video will be coming out to grace your eyes in the future pieces. Only time will tell what the others may see in this masterpiece. But for how, we try. Okay, so they've basically been getting some updates going. The last one is 2018, so maybe we might get more. I mean, if you're given a copyright date of 2019, maybe I expect more out of it. They've got an FAQ, which you can kind of open up over here, and is the creepypasta real? The story was apparently based on the project's origins. This new incarnation of the site has nothing to do with the story. In fact, the reverse is true. So it's fake, I guess. Is there more in the name of the website? It is strikingly evident in the porn that is available nowadays. It is a window into the black soul of today's society. Yeah, I don't know how true that is, but we're kind of pushing it. What is the purpose of the videos developed by the project? The videos, even those that some may find offensive, are meant to make the viewer think. Is what you're watching weird? Does it make you uncomfortable? Do you think there might be something wrong with this? Yes. Think about the nudes we watch online. Is it worse? Are you sure? Maybe you need to take another look at it. Maybe you need to reevaluate other things in your life. Maybe not. But at least you thought about it. When was the last time you did that? I mean, I guess that's kind of true. I mean, I don't look at like really weird shit on the internet. I mean, I'll look up some good old fucking normal porn for normie people, right? And I've never thought about it, but I mean, if you're looking at some like really depraved video out there, you know who you are. You know what kind. If your recent websites tab is giving you some shady stuff, maybe you do need to reassess the kind of smut you might be watching. But I'm just saying, whatever, man. Oh, whatever your kink is, I ain't here to kink shame guys and gals. It's whatever, dude. You do what you, boo-boo. But they've got a forum page as well, and 5,535 messages. How do I view that real quick? I think I can go month, board category, main forum. Okay, main forum. Let's go to main. Welcome Matt, the project, the videos, general discussion, ask Dr. V. So the last updates ever on this was 8 months ago, 4 weeks, right? 6 years ago, 3 months was usually the average for any post. So it almost feels like for this, it's kind of like the ARC strat, and a lot of it does genuinely seem pre-written, I would say. I don't know if that makes any sense. I am finally back. Read this post. All right. I actually want to read the 8 months ago. Important information regarding the project. We have, since the project change of hands, have released 4 new videos on our channel that will be added to the website in our videos tab. Along with this, we have also created a video detailing the changes to our website, as well as a resurrection or a vid section by the demand of users to see stuff. So they actually got a YouTube page, all right, the update. And yeah, it's a 2018 update. So they got about 431 subscribers to their official YouTube page, if that makes any sense. And they've got an update going on, but nothing else since after that. They've got some other pages that have been updated for sure, but nothing else aside from that. You can go to the video section and yeah, that is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. I think they've got some creepypasta readings, maybe at the most, but that's all that there is, ladies and gentlemen. That's really all I can goddamn find. Yeah. A lot of these ones are also pretty age restricted. I would assume so. I mean, it does see the stuff here does get pretty heavy, I would say. You know, there are times where even in the videos I had to censor a couple of them. So all that, yeah, it doesn't exactly super shock me, but yeah, it's that's the video that we've been seeing. These are the videos that we've been seeing as time has gone on. So if you ever want to join in on the discussion, you absolutely can. And maybe it might actually come back. I'm not sure, ladies and gentlemen, but what I do know is I'm going to go to a different website. So here we're at Sixstarter. Now this is one of those dark sides of the deep web that people will tell you all the time. And I figured I might as well cover one of these because yeah, we might as well call out nonsense where it's true. So Sixstarter is one of those websites that I think we might have seen, but honestly I've seen websites with this layout so many times that it's not even funny. So Spoxy welcomes you to Sixstarter. Next live event in 14 days, 15 hours, and 23 minutes. I mean, I guess if I keep refreshing the page, that won't actually change. So let's give it like 5 minutes. If it still says the same thing, blatant sign it's fake. Meet Amy from Leeds. Her fate is in your hands. Decide what happens. Vote with BTC. Well, you got all those Z's. You know, I can definitely tell you this dude is not out of the 90s. Can I refresh and see if it changes? No, 23 minutes has not changed. It's been over a minute, so shit's a lot. Feeding time at the zoo. Check back later. So they got static.gif sitting around over here. In fact, if I view image info, oh, video stream.gif. It's just a GIF, ladies and gentlemen. That's great. To set Amy free, send to, and they've got like Bitcoin addresses. Of course, all of it is a scam. Let's be real here. So if you give your money over here, you out of your mind. Option 2 for live, you know, just the worst to happen to this person, send it to this address. And in a vote status, you've got people sending half of a Bitcoin to free and 23.4 Bitcoins to do the worst. And your vote is your ticket to the live event. No vote, no entry on the day. Don't forget to save the address and come back. Now, the interesting thing over here is I never saw this last time. But so it might have been this website was stolen and posted up by somebody else. But this actually gives a disclaimer that says, this website is a work of fiction. Nobody has been or will be hurt in the making of this page. Congratulations on finding Sixstarter. And it's not a registered trademark. So yeah, people have been taking this exact formula and running away with it to create real Red Room websites. And there has never been a Red Room that I found. In fact, if anything, things that are messed up like a Red Room, and for those of you who don't know the term Red Room, it is a place where live, you know, the worst can happen to humanity. Like people pay money to hurt other people on these supposed Red Rooms. I would say the more realistic Red Rooms have probably been on clear web websites, such as Facebook even. Any platform that allows live streaming could theoretically have that going. There's nothing against that. If people want to send messed up stuff somewhere on the internet, they absolutely can. And you don't necessarily need the deep web to do that. I think anybody that sort of pushes that narrative is almost being really disingenuous to the viewing audience around. Just given my thoughts on it. Now, there are other things like, oh, here's some data breaches. So you can download data breaches from data breaches in the sense that you can download groups, names, data from their targets, all that kind of stuff. You can get data from Muddy Water Apt Group. And there's actually plenty of these that are, I would say, fairly real. There's a lot of hacker groups that definitely like to spill stuff. I think the biggest notable case was the Ashley Madison leaks, which was if I believe, like Ashley Madison was a site where you could go to and cheat on your wife or husband. And it would just be a site, a dating website of people committing infidelity. And what happened was hackers downloaded it. They basically breached into their servers, downloaded the user or account data, and just spread that stuff through torrents, deep web, whatever you want to call it, paste bins. And that's just how stuff got leaked out. So this stuff I actually fairly believe. Like, this is obviously kind of what the deep web is designed for. If you have any secret government documents, like messed up programs that you want to leak to the world, the deep web is kind of where you want to be at, just because that makes sense to release it because of the anonymity and all of that nonsense. And plus, it's not a red room, so you don't have to worry about streaming issues, right? Like, upload it, whatever you want to call it. People can download, people can torrent that around, or they can upload it to places where, you know, agencies don't have jurisdiction, so to speak. And then you got sites like PayPal transferring and ePal. So basically, this is the whole scammy, dark segment. And almost everything we've seen, save for the one just before this, I would say are kind of scammy. Well, yeah, this stuff I don't really get down with. So what do they offer? Fast, safe, and easy to make PayPal transfers. We send you money from clean accounts, no risk to you. We sell 3 kinds of transfers here: $3.99, $500, $1,000. We've offered bigger transfers, but these are the top sellers. If you want a bigger transfer, write us an email to Elon Money. We use Blockonomics for escrows and payments. For our payments and escrow systems, you just have to enable JavaScript, which I would really never bother doing. You know, these are people who are trying to get your data out from some way. You know, if I hit refresh on this page, one interesting thing that I think this site started to do, if it'll do it, is it gave me a ping where it started to seek for some kind of data access. So don't go to any of these websites, dude. If money was this easy to make, or if you could just go to somebody, give them $300 and you get $900 in return, dude, there's some swamp real estate I have to sell you, and we should get in touch afterwards, because it doesn't work. Money has to be earned. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. There are quick shortcuts you can do for fucking sure, but it is not this goddamn easy. You cannot just, if I spend $10,000 to get $50,000, you know, in 5 minutes, maybe. If you want to try that, learn, dude. It's not as simple as these websites make it out to be. If you're giving 10 grand of your money away to somebody you've never met, or a place that isn't even insured in your favor, I'm sorry. There is a lack of brain cells, and we got to talk about that. Are you trustable? Yeah, if you can't spell trustable, who can you trust, right? We have a lot of happy customers, resellers, right, who order regularly, but we can't share any information about how much successful financial operation we doing daily. Yeah, I bet you can. Is it safe? Yes, we send the money to different accounts to check if the owner will call back or report abuse. Before we send money to you, we let it on our accounts for 2 weeks. How many time does it take? 60 minutes in the regular from payment to receive the transfer. Yeah, okay, so evidently none of this is adding up for me. None of this really is. But they basically taken my meme lord Elon Musk, and they're using him in a very dirty favor. So you know what, Elon? If you want to chase this down, you absolutely can. This site probably has no affiliation to Elon at all, other than the fact that I believe Elon Musk used to own PayPal. But yeah, so basically $399 you can buy for $50. It doesn't fucking work like that. I can make $1,000 by giving you $120? Sure. And anytime they give you proof of this shit, let me tell you, you can just go to Inspect Element. So what is this? Inspect Element right over here. You can highlight literally anything. And you know, if you want to, here, I'll show you real quick how it works. Let's just change that really fast. Yeah, you can change your site to whatever you want. Look at that. This is bullshit. Yeah, it's very easy to Inspect Element your PayPal ID and say, oh wow, we've got $500, $399, $500, $999, $999, $999. I mean, not only does that look shady to any bank seller, but doing this is pretty fucking illegal. So don't end up doing it, because you're pretty much going to regret doing it in the first place. Once your like anal cavity goes from like this big to like fucking this big in prison. Just saying. That being said, let's back out of here and go somewhere else. Of course, to top off my love for the deep web is always these websites where, you know, they like to talk about that end of the world and the crazy shit that's happening around the world. And you know what? I actually do end up believing it, because the world, there's a saying, trust nothing you see, only half of what you hear, whatever that. And this is where it's at, ladies and gentlemen. So here we've got, in May 2015, I think we saw this last time. This is shit hit the fan plan. Autonomous killer robots almost here. Third revolution in warfare after gunpowder and nuclear. You heard that? We got tired of nuking each other, so we made fucking Terminators. And That's where we're at. The warnings have been sounded for decades. It won't be long now. All the parts and systems to create lethal machines with a mind of their own, deciding who and when to kill without human oversight, are conceptually already developed. It is just a matter of time, and by all accounts, that time is short. At least since 1991's Terminator 2, the public has known, through Hollywood anyways, of the dangers posed to humanity by AI, robotics, and the computer revolution. But today, they are more real than ever. That's actually really, really true. You know, you think all we have is like drones and shit. I'm pretty sure at this moment in time, we're about to make like android robots. The moment that you hear, the moment you see shit, like you know the Boston Dynamics stuff where they have like animals and stuff, like the robotic animals, I think we're hitting a time where like we're about to have robotic people that at least at this moment in time are controlled by like human beings. But at some moment in time, dude, once we have like near sentient level AI or like AI that can resemble human like soldiers, then yeah, we can get that. And this is actually more dangerous than like other weapons in the world too, because at least with humans, right, we have like this thing called a conscience. With AI, you don't really need to give it a goddamn conscience. If you want to make a brutal killing machine resembling a human being, you can do that with a properly made android. It's going to be expensive as shit, but dude, who's going to be developing it? The US Army? They got like unlimited funds, dude. They can do whatever they want. But yeah, we got that stuff coming out here. The finger is on the nuke button. Federal Reserve to inflate the dollar. Future money trends. All right, let's see. So I've heard the stock market, but they've got it over here. 1.3 trillion projected federal deficit. 0 hour. Dollar days are numbered. All right, I'm not going to give my email address to this mailing list, but it just keeps getting updated. So they got May 2019. Benefits of Manuka honey and why you should consider storing some. Manuka honey is unique to New Zealand, and to obtain pure is a specialized task for beekeepers. It's produced by bees who pollinate. Okay, I've never known about that, but let's learn about what the fuck it's providing. Wound healing, sore throat soothing, improved digestive health, people with diabetes, those allergic to honey and bees, infant. Okay, so it's safe to consume. So don't give it to infants. Don't give it to fucking people who are allergic to honey and bees, obviously, or people with diabetes, because, you know, it's fucking sugar. So be smart about it. And as you can see, the website is actually fairly active. Like, they've got people commenting all the time on here. So I'm actually really impressed by that. I think that might just be my my choice of. So yeah, these keep getting updated multiple times on the daily. If you guys look at it, like on the 8th, a lot of this stuff was updated. So yeah, this is the best part of what the Dank web really is friendly for is, you know, usually I was always like this kind of stuff. I'm not going to deny it, dude. The media, Google, a lot of these companies will definitely try to censor the world for what it's right or what it's worth. And there's some people who choose to go on the outside. Think of the deep web kind of like just being in the backwoods or something, right? Like it's a little tough to drive through, you know, you kind of have to go out of your way, but sometimes, you know, there is a quaint little peaceful side where you can do whatever you want. You can be as open and expressive as you feel like, you know, versus the urban area, the close to everyone else where you got to sort of be a drone, if that makes any sense. And that's kind of what I would say the beauty of the Dank web really does offer. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, don't really want to dig too deep into that because we've probably already done SHTF anyways. So let's back out and go somewhere else. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was episode 200 of the Deep Web. I kind of wanted to look at some new things, a bit of the old, and I kind of wanted to sort of really attack the stuff that I've been hearing from episode 100 to 200, fuck, even from episode 0 to this, is a lot of the misconceptions. You know, the deep web stuff that we found, it's not all evil. A lot of the stuff we've seen today has been informative, but very well-natured. A lot of it has kind of, I hope, at least proven today to be just 80% fun, goofing around, and at the worst, the fake stuff you see is literally so easy to tell fake that it's not even funny. And even the really depraved stuff is not true at all. A lot of these red rooms, they're not real. You know, the evil, getting assaulted or kidnapped off of this stuff is not, as long as you're not giving your personal information away to everyone, nothing's going to happen. Dude, I've done 200 episodes of this stuff. I've never had anything happen to me. So you don't got to worry about it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been another episode of Deep Web Browsing, a little special one, you know. We've seen where some of these popular videos have originated from. We've explored every little aspect that I kind of wanted to do today. And going into episode 201, it's going to be fresh. We might find another Q-Cement, and hopefully I'm not crossing my fingers for sure. We might actually keep another one of our favorite websites of the week down to episode 300. Will we get to episode 300? Well, let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. As always, this has been another Sunday. This is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it. I hope you enjoyed. I am out.